Sawasdee krab, good morning and welcome to Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and NBT World. It's Friday, February 20th, 2015, and my name is Surapat Lautaranarit. And let's begin with today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. First up, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has instructed related officials to organize a public hearing discussing the nation's energy prospect. The event, to be broadcast live through state-owned television and radio stations, will be held this morning at the Government House at 9:30 a.m. The Prime Minister has asked all sides to proceed on the issue with the benefit of the nation at heart, leaving bias and prejudice out of the discussion. General Prayut, however, said that he would not be attending the event himself, but would be observing the hearing through the broadcast. Meanwhile, Deputy Government Spokesperson Major General Sansern Kaew said the event is aimed at gathering input on the 21st petroleum concession bidding round. The government would use the information to help it decide how to proceed with the matter. Major General Sansern said the public hearing will be broadcast via NBT and Radio Thailand and relayed to all of its affiliated radio stations nationwide. The Department of Mineral Fuels, or DMF, strongly believes that the kingdom will suffer an energy crisis within 7 years if the 21st round of petroleum concession bidding does not materialize. The comment was made by the DMF Director General, Ms. Phuongthip Silapasad, who said the proven natural gas reserve of the country is currently at about 8.42 million cubic feet. Since the nation is able to turn 1.31 million cubic feet of the amount into energy annually, it means Thailand only has 7 years before the energy crisis kicks in. Recently, the government has set February 20th for a public hearing on the 21st petroleum concession bidding. The move prompted the Energy Ministry to extend the deadline for companies to apply for the bidding from February 18th to March 16th. The Director General said that if the public hearing ends up without any definite conclusions, the government would be asked to decide whether or not it would proceed with the bidding. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has been informed of the progress of the Constitution drafting during its sitting. During its plenary session chaired by NLA Vice President Surachai Liengbunlerchai, the Assembly was briefed on the Constitution rewriting progress by advisor and spokesperson to the Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, General Lertrat Ratanawanit, who said the content pertaining to the highest institute will not be amended. However, he admitted that a slight change will be made to the section concerning the public. According to him, the new charter will grant power to the House of Representatives, the Senate, the Cabinet, the Supreme Court, the Administrative Court, and independent organizations to submit a case file against any illegal actions that are not written in the new charter to the Constitutional Court. General Lertrat went on to say that Thai citizens will have their freedom of expression as long as their actions do not stir conflict, create social hatred, and violate others' rights. The permanent charter will also allow all citizens to have equal access to governmental services. The complete charter draft is expected at the end of March and will be forwarded to the National Reform Council on April 17th. The Reform Council will have until April 25th to make adjustments to the draft before sending it back to the drafters. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has resolved to pass the Military Court Act, a move believed to effectively prevent and tackle offenses against the royal family, as well as create national stability. During its plenary sitting, the NLA unanimously passed the Military Court Act. It said that only civilians violating lèse majesty or threatening national security will be tried. The act was amended to better suit the current situation in the kingdom. One of the adjustments was the number of days the military can have a civilian detained without a court order. Admiral Wanlop Keutpon underlined that the detention would only be applicable to those involved in lèse majesty and national security-related cases. Civilians committing other crimes will be handled by the criminal court as usual. The NLA also agreed to assign suitable detaining facilities for pregnant inmates and inmates who need to care for their offspring. The act states that the military court is not responsible for cases involving youth and family affairs. The newly amended act also reduces the death penalty of pregnant criminals to a life sentence instead. The Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, has set up a number of new subcommittees to work on the drafting of organic laws. The CDC meeting resolved to set up 11 subcommittees that are tasked with the drafting of a series of organic laws. The newly formed subcommittees will be in charge of laws related to the election of MPs and senators, as well as laws concerning the Cabinet, the Election Commission, political parties, public referendums, the Constitutional Court, criminal actions against political office holders, the Office of the Auditor General, the National Anti-Corruption Commission, the Office of the Ombudsman, and fiscal policy and state budget. Meanwhile, CDC spokesman Kamnoon Sithisaman said that the meeting agreed to the proposal for the setting up of regional development administration organizations to provide support for the work of all local government agencies. The Office of the Attorney General, or OAG, has filed a criminal lawsuit against former Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra regarding her handling of the rights pledging scheme at the Supreme Court. Ms. Yingluck has been accused of negligence in the supervision of the rights scheme. The lawsuit was submitted by the OAG Special Litigation Department's Chief Shutichai Sakhakon and the OAG Department of Investigation Director General Surasak Triratrakul. It is still not known whether the Supreme Court will make an official statement regarding a temporary release, bail, and the right to travel overseas for Ms. Yingluck. Thailand's first female prime minister didn't attend the Supreme Court yesterday, since a court appearance for politicians is not required by law at the time the lawsuit is issued. The Fiscal Policy Office, or FPO, has reported an increase in government revenue over the past 4 months, despite falling short of taxation targets. Taxes collected between October 2014 and January 2015 totaled 665 billion baht, missing its target by 15.9 billion baht. Tax categories that saw a drop in revenue included corporate income tax, vehicle excise tax, and value-added tax. However, the government was found to have earned more from value-added tax in January. The FPO attributed this increase to the growing domestic consumption, the adjustment of diesel tax rate, the collection of value-added tax from gas refinery plants, and the issuance of 3G 2.1 GHz licenses. Nonetheless, the government managed to surpass its total revenue target by 1.12 billion baht, or 0.2%. The FPO explained that state enterprises and most government agencies succeeded in generating greater than expected revenue. Agencies that were unable to reach their targets included the Revenue Department, the Customs Department, and the Excise Department. The Customs Department blamed its revenue shortfall on the newly adjusted customs structure, which took effect on January 1st. The FPO remained positive that the government would reach its revenue target this year. The private sector has proposed an economic stimulus package for 2015 at the first meeting of the Joint Public and Private Committee. Deputy Transport Minister Akom Term Pithiyaphaisit said in the press conference on Thursday that the meeting that was chaired by Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha was to consider economic proposals from the nation's 6 flagship private organizations, which are the Thai Chamber of Commerce, the Federation of Thai Industries, the Thai Bankers Association, the Tourism Council of Thailand, the Federation of Thai Capital Market Organizations, and the Thai National Shippers Council. The proposals submitted by the private sector include an urgent stimulus plan for SMEs, reform and management strategies of Thailand's rail system, and a tourism stimulus plan with an emphasis on simplifying immigration procedures. Moreover, the private sector also asked the Ministry of Agriculture to support communities that produce 4 key agricultural products, which are cattle corn, tapioca, oil palm and its products, and sugarcane and sugar. The Department of International Trade Promotion, or DITP, is keeping a close eye on the currency situation in the ASEAN region, aiming to boost exports. The DITP has been following up on the baht's direction compared to the rest of the region's currencies. The department has claimed that the information will help with the export sector's overall situation and increase its competitiveness. According to the department's Director General, Nantawan Sakuntanak, it is necessary to know how other currencies perform, adding that the depreciation of the baht will be conducive to the growth of the export sector. But if all other currencies in the region also depreciate at the same rate as the baht, the Thai export sector would not benefit from the baht depreciation as much as it should. If the baht depreciated more than it should, the Bank of Thailand would have to come up with necessary measures to handle the issue. According to the DITP Director General, her department will, after the first quarter, submit a revision of its export projection for this year, still setting the goal for the sector's growth at 4% on year. Eastern Thailand no longer has to worry about the shortage of water, as the government is addressing the problem by connecting major reservoirs in the region through a water pipeline system, so industries and tourism sites can use water more efficiently. The Royal Irrigation Department, or RID, the Provincial Waterworks Authority, and East Water have signed a Memorandum of Understanding in order to connect the Prasa Reservoir to the Klong Yai Reservoir in the eastern province of Rayong, so that the surplus water may be used for tourism, agriculture, and industrial purposes in the eastern provinces of Thailand, as well as for the alleviation of possible water shortages in the future. Although there is currently no serious shortage of water in the eastern part of Thailand, the project is expected to bring in raw water supply to the area, which, according to the RID, is the main industrial center of Thailand. The RID Director General said that the Prasa Reservoir has a volume of 248 million cubic meters of water each year. The RID is responsible for allocating the water to different parts of the area and will increase the water volume of the Prasa Reservoir to 295 million cubic meters.
We have one big reservoir outside of the industrial area, so we can, and we have to drain out without for nothing, every year. So we can use this water, this amount of water, by the pipeline to the reservoir within the area, and this will make the water can be secure for another 20 years.
The project is will be very benefit for the industrial estate because that it will carry the water about 40 million cubic meter per year. That will be solve the problem of the drought for this year that we are going to face for this year.
In the year 2005, media sources reported that Chonburi, Rayong, and Chachoengsao factories faced an insufficient amount of water and had to cut their production by half. The government is currently investing in 13 projects aimed to relieve water shortages in the region. The 28th Music in the Garden, held by the Public Relations Department, or PRD, concluded yesterday after capping off the Chinese Lunar New Year celebration with wonderful melodies and performances. The annual event started at 4 p.m. at the PRD Conference Hall in Soi Ari Sampan, Rama 6 Road, Payathai District, Bangkok. The concert was, as always, admission-free. The theme of this year's event was I Am Too a Woman at the Tida Hillside. Highlights of the event included Jun Bunsung Neun, the country's first transgender diva, and several of the PRD's all-star performers. Keeping up with the theme of the concert, Jun, donning a beautiful Chinese dress, performed her iconic song, I'm a Woman Too, along with her other hits. Music in the Garden's main objective is promoting unity among the people through the joy of live music. Many well-known artists, as well as high-profile officials of the PRD, have taken turns entertaining concert-goers by singing songs and dancing to timeless tunes. The Worldwide Fund for Nature, or WWF, has now launched the Shawshank Can Save Elephants campaign to increase public awareness of how demand for ivory is driving elephants, Thailand's beloved national animal, to extinction. Kun Suchani Rungmuenporn has this report.
Shawshank Shui Chang, or Shawshank Can Save Elephants, is a campaign launched by Worldwide Fund for Nature, or WWF, aiming at raising awareness of the threat to elephants' life caused by the demand for its ivory. The campaign goes successfully with participation of thousands of celebrities, artists, journalists, social media influencers, and members of public and private sectors who agreed to remove Chao Chang in Thai language from their names. The word elephant in Thai is Chang, which symbolizes the alphabet Chaw, similar to E for elephant in English.
The situation of ivory trade in Thailand, it's for the past years, we have a survey to indicate that during the past 18 months, in Bangkok market only, the increase of the number of products, ivory products that are available in the Bangkok market, it's increased about 3 times. So that it's really worrying for all of us that involved in the effort to tackle the illegal ivory trade. In this campaign, we definitely has shown all of us from everybody in Thai countries, every Thai people, and including every government agencies that involved, would like to tackle these problems. And that is the power that we cannot forget, we cannot overlook.
Bun Choi is a 2-meter tall wooden elephant statue with a skin made from a selection of pictures from more than 1 million Thais who participated in the campaign. It symbolizes power of those who are against elephant hunt and illegal ivory trade. The statue was handed over at Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment on 19th of February to signify the support of people to the government for its solution towards illegal ivory trade in the country.
เราก็เปิดให้มีการรับแจ้งครอบครองนะฮะในเรื่องของงาช้างนะฮะแล้วก็ผิดพันธุ์จากงาช้างนะครับก็ในขณะนี้ทั่วประเทศเราก็เปิดให้รับจดแจ้งที่สำนักบริหารพื้นที่อนุรักษ์นะฮะ 1-16 แล้วส่วนกลางก็ที่กรมอุทยานแห่งชาติสัตว์ป่าและพันธุ์พืชนะครับในขณะนี้ก็มีประชาชนนะก็นำนะฮะงาช้างดิบคืองาช้างที่เป็นกิ่งเป็นท่อนเนี่ยนะฮะมาจดแจ้งเนี่ยเป็นจำนวนมากเราเปิดให้ครอบครองเนี่ยนะแจ้งครอบครองตั้งแต่ถึงวันที่21นะตั้งแต่บัดนี้เป็นต้นไปเนี่ยที่ผ่านมาเนี่ย2 อาทิตย์แล้วเนี่ยฮะจนถึงวันที่21 เมษายนนะฮะ เสาร์อาทิตย์ด้วยนะครับคือไม่เว้นวันหยุดราชการ
Thailand is ranked second among countries with an illegal ivory trade after China. It is the world's largest unregulated ivory market and is home to one of the world's largest and most active ivory carving industries.
Thailand has been a member of CITES, the Convention of International Trade of endangered fauna and flora since 1983, but since then we don't really have the control or the law to control the domestic market of ivory. And Thailand has a deadline to submit the final progress report to CITES Standing Committee by the 31st of March this year. So in that report, Thailand has to explain how the measures that they, including the new regulations, the implementation, the enforcement, the monitoring, and also public awareness in all those four categories, how well that Thailand has been doing and how serious Thai government is committed to fix these problems.
Suchani Rungmanporn reporting.
And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. And before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the three pillars, the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Did you know that the energy wasted by 80 million mobile phone chargers left plugged in at night is enough to power a city like Iloilo in the Philippines for one entire day? Think when you plug.
NBT World, a 24-hour English language television service operated by the National News Bureau of Thailand, or NNT, is designed to bring the most reliable information about Thailand to the international community. NBT World is available on various platforms, including via C-band set-top boxes, GMMZ Channel 202, PSI Channel 272, and a live stream on thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. You can also follow us on facebook.com/NNT News or download the PRD News EN application on your smartphones. NBT World, a vision of Thailand.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The southern province of Pathalung yesterday officially unveiled the regional OTOP fair, promoting the local goods and tourism ahead of the arrival of the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC. According to the organizers, the event is aimed at boosting the tourism scenes in the southern region, highlighting local foods, many of the region's tourist attractions, and OTOP products. The fair is expected to generate at least 80 million baht of revenue in the area. OTOP vendors can also use the event to exchange ideas, expand their networks, strengthen their overall operation, and prepare themselves for the advent of the AEC. The event is being held in front of Pathalung City Hall and will be concluded on February 23rd. And that's all for today's edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook or simply visit our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsin. And for today, we're going to say goodbye with some footage of Korat Zoo celebrating Chinese New Year in Nakhon Ratchasima province. I'm Suraphat Lautharanarit. Thank you for joining us and have a great day. สวัสดีครับ